C.K. Naidu. He was known as the Shahenshah of Indian cricket. And we have great luminaries here, Mr. Ghulam Ahmed, A.D.I. Bara, our Chief Secretary Dr. Rajaji. We have got the Managing Director of the Nagarjuna Finance Limited, Mr. Chari. We have got Mr. V.K. Srinivasan. He's also a Principal Secretary, and then he is a great cricket enthusiast. We have Mr. Ashtaputre, and of course Sai Baba, who is the live wire behind this sports complex. Well, Colonel C.K. Naidu was a great figure indeed. 1926 to 1936, that was 10 years, I will say, in his life, the most brilliant period. He was known for his quadrangular tournaments where he's played for the Hindus, and we had the Parsis, the Muslims, and the rest of India. As I was saying, the Indian board was not recognized before we had unofficial tours. It was only 1932, 1933, 34, and 1936. In all, Colonel C.K. Naidu could only play 7 official test matches. Well, 1936, all the Gilligan's tour were playing for the Hindus in the Bombay Gymkhana. He made that 153, which included 11 sixes and 13 fours. I believe John Reed, with those 15 sixes, could surpass that. What is the latest figure, I don't know, but that record remained a long time, and he was always known for his lofty sixes, lofty ideals. A military man, a disciplinarian, and no one else is a better position to describe Colonel C.K. Naidu than the prince among cricketers, Mr. Ghulam Ahmed. So I will request Mr. Ghulam Ahmed. I still remember when Mr. Ghulam Ahmed was actually the manager of the Indian team, which was in England. There was a column, they said it was difficult to make out Mr. Ghulam Ahmed than the Duke of Edinburgh, because they never knew who was the real Ghulam Ahmed and who was the Duke of Edinburgh. That was the personality of this great cricketer, a great son, and of course I need not say anything about A.D.I. Bara. He was also a great, illustrious cricketer, a very charming cricketer. First I'll start with Mr. Ghulam Ahmed. Your reminiscence about the great Colonel C.K. Naidu.
This is the centenary year of Colonel C.K. Naidu, and I would recommend each and every sport organization connected with the game to celebrate it in a befitting manner, to pay homage to a very great cricketer India has produced. Unfortunately, in his days, the test cricket was almost negligible. He, if I remember correctly, had played hardly half a dozen test matches, because during the war there was no cricket at all, and in his heydays India was not recognized as a test country. The Board of Control for Cricket in India came into existence in 1928. If C.K. Naidu had born then, the story today would have been different. His name was household in India while he was playing in various tournaments conducted in this country. He played in England and made a name. He was the first Indian cricketer to be in the Wisdens. Of course, the great Ranji and Prince Dilip Singh Ji never played for India, but they were in the Wisdens 5 much earlier than C.K. Naidu. However, C.K. Naidu's speciality was his approach to the game. He was, as I said earlier and many times, that he was a very hard nut to crack. He never allowed his fielders to have even a sip of water on the ground. His motto was, the ball is meant to be hit, and he upheld the tradition till he lived. At the age of 60s and 70s, he has scored glorious 50s and 60s many times, and I had the distinction of playing against him and playing under him as a captain, sat with him to select the Indian cricket team, of course, unofficial test matches in 1953 when he was the chairman of the selection committee. We must celebrate the centenary, again I say, in a befitting manner.
Thank you, Mr. Ghulam Ahmed. Really, it was very interesting to listen to you, sir. I come to A.D.I. Bara before that. It was 1952. I think Colonel C.K. Naidu was 57. I was in the high school, I think. We watched, we were standing near the Plaza Theatre. We shouted to C.K. and said, hey, 6. And I know that, soaring 6 he hit long on, right coming into the Plaza compound. So that I had an occasion of seeing that 6 of Colonel C.K. Naidu. Well, A.D.I. Bara, Bharat Chand Khanna, the late Bharat Chand Khanna, these were the people who really made Hyderabad cricket what it is. It's a pity A.D.I. Bara could not play for the country, because he has been a great cricketer indeed. Therefore, sir, your impressions about Colonel C.K. Naidu.
I had the honor of playing with C.K. Naidu in many tournaments. And I have found him to be one of the best captains. He was a very brainy chap. He used to make out the mistakes of the opponents, the batsmen and the bowlers. Apart from his batting, he was also an off spinner, and he used to take he has taken a lot of wickets in Ranji Trophy matches. His brother also, C.S. Naidu, used to be one of his partners there as a right arm leg spinner. Both the brothers used to have an excellent and they played excellent cricket, and I hope the youngsters would follow his example and in future be one of.
Rajaji with us. Dr. Rajaji has got a long history. Dr. Rajaji, Tamil Nadu, and all. Cricket is a part of, as a matter of Madras, Tamil Nadu, and the Rajaji family itself. Well, sir, you must have seen Colonel C.K. Naidu in action. So what are your impressions about this great cricketer?
I saw him in action only once, and it was a brilliant innings which I saw at that time. But what I read of Mr. C.K. Naidu, I think, is far more important than what I saw of him. C.K. Naidu was probably among the best cricketers which this country has produced. The only tragedy of his life was that he was born too early. If he were born maybe 20 years later, probably he would have been among the various records which are entered in the wisdom today. Because he could play only when he was 37, when he first played a test match. And then again his cricketing career was interrupted due to the World War. I must mention one incident. I believe when he was playing with Constantine came across to him and told him, "You please look after your end, I'll do all the stroking and I'll do all the runs." After 3 or 4 overs, it was C.K. Naidu who was doing all the running and he was getting all the runs, and then Constantine came over and apologized to him for not having realized the genius of C.K. Naidu. Then again in an article, somebody had compared C.K. Naidu to Bradman, and I think that is what is most important. There was a cricketing genius in everything that he did, in his batting, in his bowling, in his fielding, and in his captaincy. I would be particularly happy if Hyderabad, with the Sport Coaching Foundation, produces a couple of C.K. Naidus. Then Kankaya Naidu from Machilipatnam would be extremely happy. That is, I think, the most befitting tribute we can give it to him.
Thank you very much, Dr. Rajaji. What you said is very true. If Colonel C.K. Naidu would have been there today, the one-day cricket would have been different. Well, he would have really suited for that game. We have Mr. V.K. Srinivasan with us, a great sports enthusiast, a great cricketer. We have played cricket at a later stage also in Hyderabad. Well, sir, your impressions about Colonel C.K. Naidu?
I had seen Colonel C.K. Naidu once in the semi-final of Ranji Trophy between Madras and Holkar, played in Madras. But more important than, if somebody had to talk about the tall and the short people of Indian cricket, C.K. Naidu will be among the tallest of them. I had seen him play along with M.J. Gopalan and others who was a tall person, and now we have taller people like Mr. Ghulam Ahmed also here. But we also know there are short people like Gavaskar who have made a name. So if ever the Indian cricket is written in terms of great heights, C.K. Naidu would be there. If you are talking about a tall and short, you would also have Gavaskar. And we need more people like C.K. Naidu to give a sparkle to life, sparkle to the game. And those days it was not a one-day match. Still C.K. Naidu played correct strokes, hitting them for sixes. These days we have cross bats, but I am sure a coach like Aibara would not allow...